Good evening, children. We started with trigonometric functions. First, we learned about general solutions and principal solutions of trigonometric functions. Then we learned solutions of triangles, that is sine rule, cosine rule, projection rule. Okay? Okay? Now we move on to the last part of the chapter, that is called as inverse trigonometric functions. So I am talking about inverse. Let us recall back. A function has inverse, that is f of x ka inverse exists if function is 1 1 and onto both. If the function is 1 1 and onto, then f inverse exists. Okay? Let us talk about whether can we find the inverse of sine, cos, tan. So if I talk about sine theta, my theta can be any real number. I can find sine for any particular positive, negative, zero angle. So my domain for sine theta becomes real. That is, my theta belongs to real. That time, if you see the graph of sine x, it fluctuates between 1 and minus 1. It doesn't go beyond 1. It doesn't go before minus 1. So the maximum value of sine x is 1 and minimum is minus 1. So no matter what is the domain, my range is always between minus 1 and 1, both inclusive. Correct? Same for cos. My cos function is this. I'll just draw the rough sketch. So if I talk about cos, it starts, maximum value is 1, minimum value is minus 1. Same like sine. Now if I talk about tan, the graph of tan, you have drawn your practicals. It appears like this. So see, tan goes on increasing from 0 to any real number. So the range, that is these values of y, range from 0 to infinity. Can you see? So I can say tan theta, my range will be real numbers. And domain, now tan theta means sine upon cos. So tan theta is not defined wherever cos becomes 0. So where cos becomes 0? Cos becomes 0 when it is odd multiple of pi by 2. So my domain of tan theta is r minus 2n plus 1 times pi by 2. Okay. Then we have cosec theta. What is cosec theta? 1 upon sine theta. So if I say cosec theta is 1 upon sine theta, cosec is defined everywhere except where sine becomes 0. When will sine become 0? N pi. We have learned general solution. Sine theta is equal to 0. So theta is n pi. So r minus n pi will be my domain. Now cosec will take all the values except minus 1, except values between minus 1 and 1. Cosec starts with 1. Sorry, cosec 0 is infinity. Then cosec 30 is 2. So it goes on. It will never be between minus 1 and 1. Means it will not be a it will not be a fraction where denominator is more and numerator is less. Okay? Same for sec theta. The range becomes r minus numbers between minus 1 and 1. Same sec theta. Then cot theta. Cot theta क्या होता है? Cos theta upon sin theta. It is defined everywhere except where sin theta becomes 0. That is r minus n pi. And the values, all real numbers it can take. Okay? This was about trigonometric functions, its domain and its range. Now I want to discuss whether sin x का inverse exists. If I take the entire domain, inverse का मतलब क्या है? If I want to find inverse, my domain becomes range and my range will become domain. ठीक है? मतलब मेरा x हो जाएगा y and y हो जाएगा x. So if I talk about sin x in the entire range, I'll see that these values 1 to minus 1 are repeating everywhere. See, 1 to minus 1, again 1 to minus 1, same values, again I'll get 1 to minus 1, same values. So sin x is not 1 function. Since sine, cos are periodic, they are for multiple values of theta, I'll get same answer. So it is not 1 ठीक है? And it is not onto also. तो क्या करेंगे? इसका inverse exist नहीं करेगा. But since I want to find inverse, I'll restrict my domain from minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. अगर मैं ये set of values लेता हूँ, That is, if I say minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, only values between these two. If I take values between these two, you see the graph, all values are unique, no values repeating. You can see ये -1 है, ये 1 है, so all values are unique. So if I restrict my domain, my inverse can exist because in this domain all values are unique and it is defined. So I can say that for minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, I can say -1 to 1. This is for sine function. अब मुझे साइन इनवर्स लिखना है, so I'll flip it. So for sine inverse, it will become -1 to 1 के लिए my answer will be minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. This was theta, this was x. Now this is x and this is theta. मेरा theta डोमेन था, मेरा x रेंज था. अब मेरा x डोमेन है, theta मेरा रेंज है. So sine inverse exists if my x is lying between -1 and 1. ठीक है? So I'm assuming that let sine theta be x. Since I have restricted the domain, I can find inverse. So sine will go on right side. It becomes theta is equal to sine inverse x. So my sine inverse x becomes theta. So remember, here my domain is -1 to 1. It corresponds to minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. It means my theta, in this case, this sine inverse will exist if theta lies between minus pi by 2 and pi by 2. And because of this, my principal value will be only 1. In case of inverse trigonometry, I only get one principal value. In trigonometry, we were getting two values, but in inverse trigonometry, I'll get only one principal value. That we'll see later on while solving sums. Okay. Now next is, if I say cos theta is equal to x, again the situation remains same. ठीक है? Cos theta is x, then theta becomes cos inverse x. ना इसका डोमेन और इसका रेंज लिखना है. इसका डोमेन क्या आएगा? -1 to 1. That is x will fluctuate from -1 to 1. But if you see the graph of cos, it is somewhat like this, है ना? So which domain, unique domain I will take? What should be the values of theta? I should think about to make it 1 1 and on to, yes. Any guesses? This is 0. This is pi by 2, है ना? तो ये कितना आएगा? माइनस पाई बाय 2. ये कितना आएगा? सॉरी, ये आएगा पाई माइनस पाई, है ना? सो व्हाट यू विल टेक? से यू विल टेक दीज वैल्यूज यूनिक. ये 1 0 के लिए और ये -1 बराबर. दिस सेट ऑफ वैल्यूज इज यूनिक. अगर ये 5 है तो सी 0 के लिए 1, then it is reducing, then it is going down. So it is -1 and this is 1. So the domain, this should be 0 to pi. Yeah, I can say my range of theta should be between 0 to pi. So x belongs to -1 to 1 and theta should belong from 0 to pi. ठीक है? So then this can give me the principal value. So theta equal to cos inverse x exist करेगा जब x is fluctuating between -1 and 1 and theta is fluctuating between 0 and pi. Now we'll go for tan. Same for tan theta. I will take theta from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 only, because इसके बाद the graph goes on showing the same nature as we are seeing here. So for tan theta equal to x, I will take theta as minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. I will keep open interval because minus pi by 2 it is not defined. Also at pi by 2 it is not defined. So my theta becomes round bracket minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, and my x, what will be my x? It will be real number. You can see, I can say any real number. Previously it was ulta. This was my domain, this was my range. Now this will be my domain, this will be my range. तो ये होगी x की वैल्यू, ये होगी थीटा की वैल्यू. ठीक है? So for sin inverse my theta range was minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2, closed interval. For cos inverse, it was 0 to pi, है ना? For tan inverse, it is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. These values are very, very important. You will understand while solving the sums. Similarly, you will try the graph for cosec inverse x, for sec inverse x, and for cot inverse x. Okay? Okay. So cosec, sec, cot, it is your homework. You will try. Let us understand more about this. If I say sine of sine inverse x, you know that 2 into half is 1, because 2 का inverse कितना होता है? Half. वैसे ही these both are inverse of each other. Since they are inverse of each other, we have learned FOG of x should be equal to x. So sine of sine inverse x can be written as x if some condition that we will see now. Similarly, sine inverse of sine x can also be written as x, means they can be cancelled provided they follow this condition. Okay? If I want sine of sine inverse x to be x, then this x should be by default between minus 1 and 1. X should belong between minus 1 and 1. Here if I say sine inverse sine, ये theta होता है, तो मेरा theta क्या आना चाहिए sine के लिए? Theta should belong to minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. If theta is belong to this range, I can say these two will cancel. My answer will be x. Similarly, अगर ये x minus 1 और 1 के बीच में है, so I can say sine of sine inverse x is equal to x. Similarly, I can say for cos of cos inverse x is x. Again, if x belongs to minus 1 to 1, then we can say cos inverse of cos x equal to x if theta belongs to 0 to pi. Same we can apply for tan, that is tan of tan inverse x, then tan inverse tan x, इसका भी आंसर x आएगा, इसका भी आंसर x आएगा. Conditions you will write now. Okay, क्या है कंडीशन? x क्या होना चाहिए यहाँ पर? x belongs to real. यहाँ पर क्या होना चाहिए? थीटा की वैल्यू आएगी. I'm given the values of theta, that is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So you can see here x should belongs to real, and here it should belong to minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 round bracket. ठीक है? Sorry, यहाँ पर x आएगा, थीटा नहीं. I have taken everywhere x. Now cosec inverse x can be written as sine inverse 1 upon x, because they are reciprocals of each other. Again, here x should belong to minus 1 to 1 and x cannot be 0. ठीक है? Cosec inverse x can be written as sine inverse 1 upon x. X cannot be 0. Same for sec inverse x. X cannot be 0. ठीक है? समझ में आया? यहाँ पर भी x आएगा. Are you getting it, everyone? Same way, tan inverse x can be written as cot inverse 1 upon x. Okay, children, in this lecture we have learned the domain range of trigonometric functions. Then we try to make inverse trigonometry exist by restricting the domains to the respective satisfying conditions. Then we have learned these formulas. Sine of sine inverse x comes out to be x if the condition is satisfied. Then sine inverse sine x is equal to x if x belongs to this condition. Based on these properties, MCQs can come. Now the next lecture we will see how to solve sums based on principal value of inverse trigonometric functions. Okay, thank you.